What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Sensei Lamb Show. It's your boy Sensei Lamb rocking with me today. Thanks for tuning in. And again, I only drop gems, guys. I'm only giving you the guidelines, okay? This is not 100% follow these rules, right? But I'm giving you the outline that if you do follow and you do structure will change your life. It definitely will change your dating life. It will change your life. Trust me. So the steps we were talking on, let's recap. Again, I'm going to go more details later on in my series, but today we're just overcapping. And when I give you right now, just high level, guys, this is only super high level gurus, okay? High level. Later on in the series, we're going to break it down to lower levels, okay? First level, lesson 1, there is no girl, right? We're forgetting the girl, right? We're focused on ourselves. Lesson 2, again, nest building, the bowerbird example. Remember, what are we working on as far as our nest, ourselves, in a sense, to attract, right? Because the bird did not go look for the girl. He built his nest. The girl came to the nest, right? Because it was something about that nest, right? The next one would be mystery, guys. Are we creating mystery? Are we being mysterious? Are we creating that intrigue? Remember what's in the box, that excitement, right? Now, so with all those in mind, we're gonna go to the next step, which is, I got a question. The analogies, guys, I got them for you. Who is driving the ship, or steering the ship, I should say? Who is steering the ship? Now, guys, what that means is my gurus, if you're listening, if you caught what I said, who is steering the ship? Now, if you're not steering the ship, my gurus, who is steering? As I'm in the driver's seat, literally, of my vehicle, you're always in the driver's seat of the conversation, for example. Now, there's tons of things we can use this as far as, dating and talking to the opposite sex, right? As far as being in the driver's seat, because if you're not driving, somebody else is driving, right? And if they're not driving, you're bound to crash. So we need to always think, right? For example, we're captains of a ship right now, my fellow gurus, and we're starting in the Pacific Ocean, and our journey is to cross into the other side of the world, right? How are we going to do that without navigational plots? How can we get to point A to point Z with no navigational plots? And so, guys, I'm going to ask you that. If we're not steering, who is steering? And if we don't have navigation, how are we going to get to point our destination? Now, take this example and let's relate it to, this is a dating channel, so let's talk about relationships and dating, guys. So when you meet a lady and you're having a conversation, if you're not steering that conversation to where you want it to go, that means she is steering that conversation, right? And who jumped on a journey? Who would jump into a ship? Who would jump into a conversation with no map, with no even direction, right? With no navigation, right? So if you don't have a plan of attack, or if you don't have navigational points that you want to hit in this conversation with this individual or this lady, what's going to happen? You're going to get lost, of course, right? You jump in the ocean with no navigation, you're lost, fellas. My gurus? Huh? Who's steering? So you always want to be steering the conversation. You always want to know, before you even entertain a conversation, before you jump into the ocean per se with your ship, you want to know what is your destination, my gurus. Listen to me, my gurus, okay? So before you say hi, you want to know, what do you want to get out of this hi? After I say hi, what's next? Okay, so you want to have navigational points, right? And sometimes when we do make navigational points, there's what? Traffic, right? That means we need to know how to detour, right? And that's going to be another series, lady, how to detour. And ladies and gentlemen, my gurus, how to detour, right? But it's always, we need to be steering, right? We need to be having a point A, B, C. We need to know where we're going, right? If you don't know how you're going, if you don't know where you're going, how can you get there? So steering is very important. So you need to always keep in mind who is steering this ship, who is steering this conversation, who is steering this interaction. Is it me or is it them? Right? Because we are the captains, gurus. We are the ones who are in control, right? If we're not in control, that means somebody else is, my gurus. And if we're not talking about what we want to talk about, my gurus. Now see, you got to think, gurus, this is not you run the show all the time. No, gurus, it's give and take. Gurus, you got to think, right? Sometimes you got to put on the engine and you be controlled, and sometimes you got to cut the engine off and let the sails take control. You got to go where the wind take you. But you know, my gurus, we're going to talk more in detail about navigating and steering and how to deal with objections and things like this. But again, right now, overview, high level overview, my gurus, high level overview of key points we need to be working on right now, right? Because if you had a girl right now, the baddest chick of your dreams, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. You wouldn't know what to do. So that's why you don't have it, right? So it's about forgetting the girl, working on ourselves, developing these basic key fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Sensei Lamb, my gurus, holla at me. Questions, I got answers. Subscribe, like. I think this is episode number 4. Hey, we're just jumping off this channel, man. If y'all been rocking with me from the beginning, I show you love. Merchandise coming soon. I'm thinking about doing Sensei Lamb, t-shirts with like different logos of like there is no spoon and building a nest and the bird and who's staring. Just things like this, guys, for us. So I don't know, coming soon possibly. Just brainstorming here, but thanks for rocking with me. You know what? Sensei Lamb Show and the Sensei Lamb at Gmail is my email. All right, thanks for rocking with me. Hey, we're building, guys. Gurus, we're building, we're bending, we're working on ourselves. Sensei Lamb Show, baby. Thanks for rocking with me. Subscribe, like. Hey, questions, I got answers. Thanks for rocking with me.